deal?
Hey, Nim, what's good? Where you at?
Shit, I'm right around the corner, man. What's going on?
Okay, what's up with Buddy? He's not here.
Yeah, make it yet.
Nah, he's not here yet.
All right, let me call him real quick. I'm gonna hit you right back.
All right, bet.
Hello?
Where the fuck you at? Supposed to be at set, man.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna come right after I'm done rolling this blood. I'm on my way.
You know where the fuck you supposed to be going?
Wait, it's not. Oh shit, I almost forgot where I was going, nigga.
Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Blessings, bitches in my section. Yeah, with all this money, I'm obsessive. Weapons, turning off y'all extras, turning off this bullshit direction, turning up my grind, waking up to more pressure, but it's all in your mind, so I never feel pressure. Knew it's all in due time, now let it stacking like Tetris. Hustle hard is my message, then double back and get extras. Know I spaz when I catch it. Yellow bone, white Lexus, all black tint, two white cuts, fat gold chain, Sprite Texas. I'm just young and I'm reckless, I'm just on for my section. I'm just out on top speed with my top down and I'm revving. I don't know about hell, I don't know about heaven. All I know is about right now, and this lifestyle is interesting. Ice down in my session, I just write down his confessions. Niggas died and got life around me, I guess that I'm an exception. Blessed, ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Look, I'm in these streets with my Cuban on, and my Benz with my music on. Old friends like what you been on. Shit, I've been on my grind, I ain't usually home. Focused, I ain't using phones. Lately, I've been using songs to get my point across. My niggas around me lose it all. But that's your point of toss, I guess I always knew the ball. And that's just what revolves, I'm cracking cause I do my job. Look, from fucking hood rats to fucking stars, spending all cash to sliding cards. It's the definition of living large. Smoking top flight in the biggest cars. Told you won't hate, this shit was ours. Getting this cake, yeah, nigga, then getting more. Look at this world, young nigga, this really yours. Nigga, this really mine. My niggas is really Ford. Them buildings is really high. Them cars is really foreign. And all I see is ocean views. Small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Yeah, early morning off that flight though. We gon' go hard, then get right, bro. It seems simple, that's not life though. 10 years later, I'm alright though. Look, these niggas act like they don't like though. They be mad cause niggas shine bright though. Look, I got a Ruger and a Brico, but I'ma let you pick which way tonight go. I got my dough right, plus the right go. I mean it's legal, pay taxes to them white folks. My procedure, stay crackin' till my lights low. Then when I die, blue rag around my right folk. 100,000 in my coffin, that's just light though. Playing Stevie Wonder song, smoke some flight, bro. Crack a pint of act, the board and some Sprite, bro. Until that day, I'm walking toward what's in my sights though, cause all I see is ocean views.
What up, what up, what up? What's up, everybody? Glad y'all can make it. I'm glad y'all here. Y'all can be anywhere else. Y'all could be doing a million other things, but you're right here with me tonight. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. If you want to get involved with the content tonight, super chat your questions. Also, you can super chat. You can hop on here, and we can chop it up about the topic, about today's topic. Today's topic is be prepared. And I know it's deeper than it's deeper than getting ready before the detail. And you got to get ready. You know people say stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready, and that's true. You're supposed to, the day before, hours before the detail, a day before the detail, the day before, in advance, you need to get out there and get everything together. Like get all your products, together. Make sure you have everything. Make sure you got all your towels. Make sure you fill up all your chemicals. Make sure you got everything you need. Also check and see if all your stuff is working. Turn your generator on. Turn your pressure washer on. Make sure it's full of gas. Make sure it's full of oil. Any repairs that need to be made, go ahead and make them as you go along. Like if you're working and you see something is about to break or something is going to become an issue, go ahead and fix it. Always be prepared. Now that's the obvious, but I'm not going to spend too much time on the obvious because you guys y'all already know that. Now here's some of the things that you guys probably are not thinking about. We get in this thing. Everybody want to be successful. You jump in this thing to start a business, to be your own boss. There are going to be some wins. You got to prepare yourself for the wins. You got to prepare yourself for the losses. Because if you don't, if you're not ready for it, it can cause problems along the way. So in order for you to be prepared, you have to come up with a plan. You got to plan for your failures and you got to plan for your mistakes. And I know you guys will say, well, how can I plan for a mistake? How can I plan for a failure if I don't know what it's going to be? Well, you can. There are foreseen failures that you can see that's a great possibility that it'll happen. It may happen. One of the ones that you should be concerned with is damaging someone's vehicle. You may be bagging out, hit a mailbox, hit a pole. I've seen people run over, tools that they're using and put a hole in the tire, leaving the doors open too long, and then when you go to crank the vehicle, it won't crank up, kills the battery. Things like that. You have to prepare yourself for that. Whether it's a disclaimer or telling the customer ahead of time what you would be responsible for, what you would be liable for, and what you won't be liable for, and just simply getting insurance. That's how you prepare for things like that. Now, there's a lot of things that you cannot prepare for when it comes to mistakes. There's things that you would not foresee that'll happen. And when that happens, you don't need to jump the gun. No need to panic. I've had days where, and sometimes it can be your own equipment, it can be your own stuff. You can make a mistake and damage your own stuff. I've done it. And when it happens, I try to remain calm. If it's a situation that gets under my skin and I'm not able to be calm and it's affecting me, what I do is I will just move. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what happened. But when I make a mistake and it's bothering me, and I just feel that I can't get past it in that moment, like it's bothering me, I'm upset. I kind of just, I'll either move on to my next project, or I will move on to the next job, or I'll just go home. I'll just say, okay, you know what? I'm done for the day. I need to go home and regroup. I've done that. I've canceled my appointments when stuff happened, and if it's affected me, I've done it before. I haven't done it recently, but I'll do that just to regroup and collect my thoughts, because sometimes when you're pissed off, or when you're upset, or if something's bothering you, some people can't function. They can't be productive in that state. And so what I do is, and I don't get like that often now that I'm a little older. Now, when I was a little younger, it will bother me to the point where I would just say, hey, let me just shut down and let me regroup and think. I remember the first time I damaged a vehicle. I didn't have insurance at the time, and this lady had a Pontiac Soltis, and it's one of those. I don't know if y'all know what those cars look like, but it's like a real small convertible, very small convertible, and she, matter of fact, I went to the bank and to start my business account, and she was the lady who opened up my business account. And once she opened my business account, she was like, oh, you detail cars, so you'll come to me? And I'm like, yeah, I'll come to you. And I did a car. I only did a car for like $25. She kept it clean. She was very meticulous about it. I did a good job on the car, but I was taking the vacuum nozzle, and the vacuum nozzle wasn't rubber. It was plastic, and I must have dragged it. Across some concrete, because the edge of it got a little jagged where it had where it was sharp. And what happened was, when I went across the gear shift, it scratched the bezel around the gear shift, and it was a chrome, the gear shift all around, like the reverse and drive and all that had chrome, and I scratched that, and it was very noticeable. I didn't know that I scratched it as I was doing it, didn't pay attention. I took before and after pictures. That's how I knew I did it. Because in the before pictures, they weren't there, and the after pictures, they were there. So I know I had to do it. I did the car, got my money, and went on about my business, didn't think anything else about it. So she called me, and she was pissed. She was yelling, screaming at me and everything. So, I just, I told her to calm down, that we don't have to yell. It's not that serious of a matter. We will come to some type of resolution. Just calm down. And actually, I told her that I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow, and I'll give her time to calm down. And so that's what we did. So I got with her the next day. I made some phone calls, and I got it fixed. And it cost me like over $500 to fix everything. And I didn't like that I had to spend $500, but I was happy that I was able to fix the vehicle, that I had the money to fix the vehicle. So I was happy about that. I was happy about that. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that much. The only thing that bothered me was I was out of $500. I was out of 500, $500, but I told myself that I need to get insurance, and I also need to put money away. I need to keep money away, so when something like that happens, I'll have money to fix it, or pay my deductible for my insurance to fix it. And that's what I did moving forward. It didn't scare me away from detailing. Some people have bad experiences and they want to quit because they're afraid that if something happens, they're gonna have to come out of pocket. And so I prepared myself for that. I prepared myself for that, and I don't let that bother me, to the point anymore like that. But so now, things like that don't really bother me because I've already prepared myself for it, and that's what I'm telling you guys now. Like, be prepared. Like, expect these things to happen, and already come up with ways to combat those problems. You understand what I'm saying? Um, and like I said, you want to have a plan for mistakes, which is going to be insurance, saving money, and a plan of action when something like that does happen. And plan of action when stuff like that happens. Just basically, you just want to be ready for it. Uh, when you're ready for something, when you expect things to happen, when it does happen, it doesn't hit so hard. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't hit you too hard. Um, and that's why you have to be prepared. It's just like if you're not prepared for your detail, if you get up in the morning and you just, wake up, you have the day before, you got an appointment at 8 o'clock, you got a full detail at 8 o'clock, you know what you need to do the job, but you wake up at 7 o'clock, you shower, you brush your teeth, you get out, your van's not ready. You got to get your van ready before you go and everything. Now you're going to be running late because now everything is not ready. Or you show up to the job and the job doesn't go smooth because you was not prepared. So the same thing, if you prepare for failures, if you prepare uh, for potential mistakes and failures, if you prepare for it, when it does happen, you have a plan in motion. So you're not off guard. You got something that you can do to combat that situation. Um, Now, you're gonna have, you're now I talked about the failures. You're gonna have success. If you have a halfway decent plan in this business, you're going to have success. Now the thing is that everybody can't handle success. You see what I'm saying? You start making, you start having $1,000 days, $500 days. You're making more money than you ever made in your life. It can happen in detail, and it's happened to me. You make more money than you ever made in your life. $300 days. A lot of people think $300 a day ain't a lot of money. It's a lot of money. $300 a day comes out to over 100,000 a year. $600 a day is going to come out to 200 some $1,000 a year, and you could definitely make that type of money, man. $1,000 days. You get a team. You got help. Y'all, you can even make more money. You can have a $2,000 day. You got, you're working. You got a helper working with you, and then you got another vehicle with two people in that vehicle knocking out stuff. You can definitely do it. But what happens is the money's coming in, and you're gonna make money tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and you don't spend your money wisely. You spend too much money because you got it. And what some people don't budget, they don't manage. They just got the money, so they got it, they spend it because they know they're gonna make more money. You gotta put a hold on that. You gotta prepare yourself for the success. Also, with the success, it's going to come haters. You're gonna have haters. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. You're gonna have haters, man. If you're putting your stuff on social media, um, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok or whatever, you're gonna have haters, man. It's gonna be people that watch that, and it's gonna bother them because they can't do it on the level that you are. You're gonna get hate, man, and it's gonna happen. So you need to prepare yourself for it. Now, I would come up with like scenarios of how hate will be thrown my way. I mean, if you lived any amount of time on this earth, if you're a grown man, if you're at the age of 21, 22, you experience some hate in all different levels. You experience hate. So you can kind of know the hate that you might get. So you want to prepare yourself for it. So what I would do is I would have scenarios in my head and how I would respond to it if somebody did something to me. That's preparing yourself for the hate. You got to prepare yourself for it. So when I started YouTube, I knew that there was going to be hate. I knew people was going to hate on me. And before I made my first video, I told myself, if someone leaves a negative comment, if someone, by chance, if I blow up and someone makes a video about me or someone does anything, throwing hate my way on YouTube or any other platform, I told myself that I will not respond. I said it before it even happened. You know, I expected the hate. I knew it was coming. So when it came, I was ready for it. I was prepared. So I told myself, I already had a plan of action. So I told myself, I'm not going to respond. And that's what I did. And I had a group of people coming at me at one point, and I never responded, and they went away. I'm still here. They're gone. A lot of them don't even post videos anymore. And they're gone. And I'm glad I didn't give them a time of day because they wasn't worth it at all. So that's what I did. I would come up with just different scenarios of how I respond. Like, not just social media, but in person. People would say things to me. I remember, and I would always have something clever to say back. And if you don't have anything clever to say back, sometimes you don't have to say anything. Like, now, social media is one thing, but in person, when people say things to you in person, I respond, but I don't respond with hate. I don't go tit for tat with them. I just find something very real and clever to say that'll put someone in mind. I remember this one guy. He was we worked at a previous job together, and a lot of people just kind of thought I was stupid to leave the business to cut grass and wash cars. And so when I initially left my business, I started lawn care first. I added the detailing later. I wanted to do detail for a long time, but I didn't know how the equipment worked. So I didn't tell people that I was going to do detail, even though I knew that I was going to eventually do it. I just told them, yo, I'm going to do lawn care. They was like, yo, you going to leave this position to cut grass? And the hate started right then. So I said, yeah, I'll be good, And I left it at that. And over the years, I just, I got better and better and more successful and more successful. And, I post on Instagram, quite often. I post on Facebook often. I post on YouTube often. And some of these videos has, reached those people that was saying that it's not going to work, that they're hating on me. I mean, that we're not hating, but that it's not going to work, and why would I do this and that? They wasn't really hating at the time. It was just they knew it was kind of like they don't know any better. They're giving you their perception and their opinion on something when they have no experience or no knowledge in it. They just, some people just speaking their mind. It's not all hate. And that's one thing you got to prepare yourself for. It may feel like hate, but sometimes it's not hate, So I ran into that guy maybe 5 years after I left the job. I ran into the guy, and he saw me mowing. I was actually working. He was actually across the street, And I was doing 5 houses across the street from him in a row, 5 in a row. And he was like, yo, man, he was like, man, you got all them yards right there? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, man, he was like, how much you charge? I said, well, it's different prices, depends on the size of the home, the size of the lawns or whatever. So he was like, yo, so how much for those houses right there? And I said, well, all those houses right there, they about the same size. They're about 55 a piece. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. So he's doing the math. And you know, I'm banging him out. Like when he flagged me down, it was like, hey, I was finishing up with weed eating and edging all 5 of them, and I was by myself that day, and I was getting ready to mow, and the mowing is just like that because I'm on a X mark. I'm standing up, and, I'm standing on the sulky, and so he did the math, and he was like, yo, man, that's like $600, man. That's like, no, he was like, that's like $300, man. Ain't it like $275, $300, right? And I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. And I was like, yo, and I did 2 yards before I got here, And he was like, dang, you know. And then so now, here's when the hate came in. Oh man, I don't see how you do it. I don't see how you do it, man. It's hot outside. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be out here in the sun doing all that, man. I just can't do it, man. I ain't gonna do it, man. That's crazy. And I was like, yep. I said, but it just depends on how you look at it. See, now he's hating, but see, I could have came at him. But what I said depends on how you look at it. I said, you know, if I want to take off, I could have took today off. Now I still got to do them yards at some point, but if I didn't want to work today, I could have took today off, and me and my son could have came out tomorrow and knocked everything out. But here's the thing: when you want to take off, the job that we was at, I used to have to ask a supervisor, could I take off? And another grown man, if I want to take off and spend time with my family, or take off and go to go visit family or go visit friends, I was like, I have to check in with a supervisor and I have to put in a request to get the time off, and then it has to be approved. So I got a grown man who's going to tell me whether I can go on vacation or not. I said, I used to do that, and that's crazy. And he just sat there. He was just like, see, the thing is, I'm not going to go tit for tat with you. I'm just going to leave some on your mind. And our thought process is just so messed up these days. Like, the average man, we just think in a negative way. A friend of mine I was talking to, and he was like, yo, man, he said, man, I did a car for 300 the other day. I did detail for 300 the other day, and the guy tipped me like $50. He said, man, ain't that crazy? I said, no, that ain't crazy. I said, it's crazy that you used to work all day, you used to work 10 hours a day, and only get $80 for that day. You was only getting like $8 an hour, and if you work 10-hour days, you only got $80. And he was like, yo, man, I never looked at it like that. You just gotta change your way of thinking, man. And that's how I think. That's how I think, man. Like, I always just try to put things in a proper perspective. Because we're told what our perspective should be. We're not able to look at things for what they are, and just, the thing is that if I'm doing something that I don't want to do, at least I know what I'm doing. At least I know what I'm up against. At least I know what's going on. and just to make pennies, a couple of dollars, that's crazy. But nobody says that. You know, nobody says that. Nobody says that. Nobody will say that's crazy. But he was like, yo, man, he gave me a $50 tip. Ain't that crazy? I'm like, no, man, that's normal. That's normal. That's how it should be. What's crazy is you going to a job and spending a large portion of your day there, and you might, if you're lucky, get over $100 if you're lucky. But you can spend 4 or 5 hours on a car and make 2-3 days pay and a minimum wage job on one car. You can make like 2 or 3 days pay. Sometimes some people that's a week. $300 at a minimum wage job. It's like a half a week or a week, easy. Yep. I see y'all. Yep. I see you, Charlie K. I see y'all. I see you, Mike. Right. MTH, I see you. But yeah, man. So we got to prepare ourselves for all this because it's going to happen. There's no way around it. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get the hate. Another thing you're gonna prepare yourself for. You're gonna prepare yourself for rude customers. Prepare yourself for rude customers. You know, you need to already have a way you're gonna handle a rude customer, a disrespectful customer, cheap customers. You want to prepare yourself for good customers. Customers that pay, customers that, you know, give you tips. You want to prepare yourself for the good clients as well. See, it's not just about the bad. It's about the good as well, because when they come along, it's a certain way you got to treat them. It's a certain way you got to respond to them. You know, if you got a good customer, you know, I know some people, they'll be making a lot of money and they get into something different and they make a lot of money, but they got this good client that's been with them since the beginning. And every time you raise your prices, they didn't leave. They continue to stay with you even though you raised your prices. You got to take care of those customers. You got to treat those customers a certain type of way. You got to let them know that you respect them. You got to show them that you appreciate them. And it doesn't have to be anything tangible that you give them, but you could give them your attention. When they text you, respond. When they need services, don't blow them off because you got a bigger job. Don't blow off the guy that's been consistently giving you $300 every 3 to 4 months. And you got a job that's going to pay you $2,000. That's probably going to be one time. And this person been doing $300 every 3 or 4 months for years. And you blow this person off because you're chasing the bigger bag at the moment of the day. And you end up losing that customer. And so you want to prepare yourself for the good customers and the good clients. Also, you want to prepare yourself for the bad customers and the rude customers by already having a plan of action when one of them gets disrespectful or becomes rude, or you just don't like this customer anymore. They're cheap. They don't want to pay. The car's always filthy. You have to have something to actually nip that in the bud. So, first off, let's say you get these customers that are filthy. Their cars are always filthy, and that's what we do for a living. We clean cars. But Don't run from a filthy car. Don't run from it. But you have to be compensated because you can actually lose money with some customers. Some customers can, every time you deal with them, you lose money. And I've been there. And I'll explain. So, like, this is what I do. Okay. On my website. That's my first line of defense. My website. Some people find me on the internet, the World Wide Web, and they request, they may request services or request a estimate or a quote. And what I do is, if you look on my website, I have certain packages that it will say not recommended for heavily soiled vehicles. Also, in all my packages, it says heavily soiled vehicles. I have my lowest package is $100, which is a standard detail. On that package, it says not recommended for heavily soiled vehicles. So that's let the customer know, if your vehicle is filthy, do not pick that package. Okay? Then all my other packages will say pet hair fees, heavily soiled fees may apply. It may apply. So that means if your vehicle has so much pet hair, okay. So if a vehicle has a little pet hair, I don't charge. But if it has excessive, a lot, I charge. And I charge extra so they can, so I can be compensated for the time that's going to take me to, clean that vehicle. That's my first line of defense. So when they see that, it's like, okay. And usually people with nasty vehicles, they run away from higher prices. So that's my second line of defense, higher prices, right? And my last defense is me. I'm the last defense. So when they call me and when I talk to them, the first thing I ask them, does the vehicle need any waxing? Does it need any shampooing? Does it have any pet hair? What's bothering you about the vehicle? Does it have any stains? I go through all that. Send me pictures, this, that, before I give them a quote. And usually, if they are a cheap customer, they will be like, okay, this guy got his stuff together. He's too high. I'm not going to be able to get over on him. So you know what he does? He says, oh, man, well, I'll call you back, or that's too high, or I'm going out of town. He's going to find a way to get off the phone with you or in the conversation, and that's fine. That's what you want. Because trust me, those customers will make you lose money. And I'm going to tell you how. Those customers make you lose money because you spend too much time on their vehicle trying to get it right, because now your name is on the line, and if you do good work or not is on the line. And if you're not charging enough, you're on that vehicle for way too long trying to get it right, trying to get it to some type of perfection, and it's going to take time to do it. So you charging somebody $50 or $60 for maintenance detail, and the car really needs a full detail. You really need to be charging, $200 or better for the vehicle, $250 or better for the vehicle. And this person said he wants the maintenance package, and you're gonna try to get the car right on the maintenance package. But if you tell him, nah, that package won't, and it's the way that you tell them. That package, I don't recommend this package for the condition your vehicle is in. It's just not gonna work. You won't be satisfied with it. You got to go with this package. And they may say, well, no, I'll check with somebody else. And that's fine. You want to weed out those people. You see what I'm saying? That's how you prepare yourself. You want to weed out those people. So, and all you new guys, and you guys has been doing it for a while, prepare yourself. Trust me. You'll thank me. You can thank yourself if you prepare for yourself. Prepare yourself for all these things that's going to come your way. It's going to come. You're going to have family and friends that's going to want to give you that's going to want you to give them a discount or give them a deal, and get pissed off and badmouth you when you don't do it. When you want to charge them regular price. Now it's up to you. If you want to give them a deal, it's up to you. But trust me, you give them deals, you're going to lose money because what they're going to do is they're going to let their car get filthy and then they're going to call you and expect a deal. And, you know, if you let it happen, you could continue to let it keep happening. Uh, you're gonna be pissed off at yourself. You're gonna be mad, and then you're gonna be mad at them. And why should you be mad at them? You should be mad at yourself. You know, because you put yourself there. Right, you know? You gotta be prepared for fatigue. You're gonna get tired out here. You're gonna sweat. It's gonna get hot. You gotta prepare yourself for that. Right? Some of you guys need to hit the gym. I be seeing some of y'all on here. I see some of the people, you know, when y'all post pictures and when y'all do videos on YouTube. Some of you guys need to lose some weight. You know, and I'm not gonna body shame anybody, but a lot of you guys need to lose weight because it's not good for you to be working and bending over and squatting and all that, you know, being heavy. And it's not gonna work. You know, you can injure yourself or you can put a lot of strain on your heart and, you know, you can pass out there. You know, it's gonna limit you in the things that you can do. It's the money that you can make. If you guys are overweight, might want to start working out. You know, get some cardio in, losing some weight. Because that heat, if you're not 100%, if you're not healthy, you know, along with fatigue and heat, and you know the incorrect diet, it can be catastrophic for you. And I would hate to see or hear about anybody falling out, passing out, and dying out there because it can happen. You prepare yourself by staying in shape, drinking water, making sure you're getting the electrolytes from like your Gatorade and stuff like that. Eating is so important. You gotta eat. Wake up in the morning, eat a breakfast, pack a lunch, you know, pack fruits, water, you know, things that you're gonna need to hydrate yourself and feed yourself when you're out there working. You don't want to, and the thing about it, that helps you save money because you're not stopping at, you know, fast food restaurants, which I'm guilty of. But I'm in some type of shape, so like I can get away with it sometimes. But sometimes when I do eat unhealthy for a long period of time, I do feel it when I'm working. I do feel the difference. So you guys want to be able to, you know, take care of yourself. If you pack you a lunch, you know, maybe a sandwich and some fruits and stuff like that, and not going to McDonald's every other day or Chick-fil-A or Burger King or Wendy's or whatever y'all go, you know, doing that. I mean, that stuff clog up and have your heart working harder to pump blood through those clogged up arteries. And trust me, you don't want to do that to yourself. So stay prepared. If anybody got anything they want to say, you want to hop on, you can hop on live right now with A&A. Talk to the people, talk to the 20 viewers that's on there. Just, you know, throw something in the Cash App. Donate to the Super Chat. If you got a question, hit the Super Chat up. I'll answer your question or whatever, but you're going to have to Super Chat me for me to answer your questions. If you want to hop on, Super Chat, Cash App, and we're going to do it like that. I'll stay on for a few more minutes to see if anybody wants to hop on. If not, I'm out of here. What's going on? I see you. I see you, Ricardo. What's up? H&M Auto Detailing. I see you.
Yeah, clear enough for you. All right. Yeah. My niggas look mad. All right. Y'all supposed to be happy on free. Y'all niggas look like y'all wanted me to stay in jail. Oh, busters. Picture me rolling in my 500 Benz. I got no love for these niggas. There's no need to be friends. They got me under surveillance. I swear somebody can tell it. No, there's no being sold. But I ain't the one selling. Don't wanna be another number. I got a fucking gang of weed to keep you going under. The federalists wanna see me dead. Niggas put prices on my head. Now I got 2 rock dollars by my bed. I feed them lead. Now I'm released. How will I live? Well, God forgive me for all the dirt a nigga did. To feed kids, one life to live. It's so hard to be positive when niggas shooting at your crib. Mama, I'm still thugging. The world is a war zone. My homies is inmates, and most of them dead grown. Full grown, finally a man. So scheming on ways to put some greed inside the palms of my empty hands. Just picture me rolling, flossing the billions on rings that isn't stolen. My dreams are censored, my hopes are born. I'm like a fiend that finally sees when the dope is gone. My nerves is wrecked, heart beating in my head is swollen. Thinking of the G's I be holding. Picture me rolling. Can you see me now? Move to the side a little bit so you can get a clear picture. Can you see it? Picture me rolling.
How disrespectful, man. Yo, did somebody said that was DMX? And then somebody said that was Eazy-E? Yo, y'all must be young, man. Y'all must be some youngins. Dude said that's DMX, right? Oh my God. Eazy-E? Oh my God, man. You guys are bugging, man. Really. Y'all must be young, man. Y'all gotta be young. That sounds nothing like Eazy-E or DMX at all, man. I had to stop the music on that one. Come on, man. Y'all get it together, youngest, man.
Yeah, nigga. Hey, but peep how my niggas like do it. Guess who's back?
I got keys coming from overseas. Cost a nigga 200 G's. I'm a street commando, Nino, for example. This lavish lifestyle is hard to handle, so I got the flaws cause I'm more like a boss player. Thug bred to be a woman layer. So many player haters imitate a steady swinging. Make me wanna start bang banging. So I'm caught up in the game. Dress code change. Packing 40 Glocks to tame or rearrange. All that jealousy and envy coming from my enemies. While I'm sipping on Remain, running back Lexus Chevys on the roam. 96 big body sitting no chrome. As we head up out the zone, Stone facing his own. You can admire, but don't look too long. I'm living a dream with triple beans and my pockets bulging. It's hard to imagine. Picture me rolling.
formulate a caper. Cause a nigga straight suffering from like I haven't paid for. My bitch finna have a bad to see, so I need to hit a lick drastically. I see some bowling ass niggas and they slipping in my spot. And big in the pot, they got chicken in the pot.
We caught him sleeping, he didn't beat you niggas creeping. It's how we do it every weekend, I dump him mad. The time I count the proper CPO, you got the wrong spot. Nigga, time to clock it. I get the liquor and you can get the female. It's crooked shit that we inflict and get street sales.
Move smooth as a motherfucker, me and my nine. I'm cool as a motherfucker, I'ma get mine. Now we're satisfied. Got the pockets on swollen balls hog in this pocket, nigga. Picture us rolling.
Picture me rolling. Picture me
Y'all ready for me? Picture me rolling roll call. You know, some motherfuckers out there I just could not forget about. I want to make sure they can see me. Number one on my list, Clinton Correctional Facilities. All you bitch ass CEOs. Can you niggas see me from there? Balling on y'all punk ass. Picture me rolling, baby. Yeah. All the niggas up in them cell blocks. I told y'all niggas when I come home it's on. That's right, nigga. Picture me rolling. Oh, I forgot. The DA. Yeah, that bitch had a lot to talk about. Cool. Can the hoe see me from here? Can you see me, hoe? Picture me rolling. And all you punk police, can you see me?
You, stop rolling that camera. Put that.
Nah, picture me rolling, tip of my chauffeur. Niggas look jealous, you gotta control it. Reaching my quota, mixing my soda. Feeling connected to God, trying to get closer. Stepping on roaches, me and my loasters. Just trying to get over, try not to get swallowed by locusts. Trying to stay focused, kinda like Moses. Like somebody chose us, it's weight on my shoulder. I feel these emotions, but still I keep going. I've been to a poet, I've been through the motions. I'm feeling heroic, but life is a dice game, and they dare you to blow it. You might get a strike, man, but that ain't gon' pay for the strollers. It's never enough to console her. Tell her your daddy a soldier, she needs you right now in this moment. Now dead on your back, pushing roses. To me, I'm just carving a sculpture and fine-tuning my approaches. Doubling back as an owner. The moment of truth is opponents, call them promoters.
Picture me rolling with my friends, not a worry. Then we get stopped by the police. Gotta make it home to my baby, 'cause these days niggas going crazy. Gotta make it home to my baby, 'cause these days they say me. Gotta make it home to my baby. Holla, yeah, look. I bet I'ma make it home to my baby. Bang, bang, yeah. I bet I'ma make it home to my baby. I said, I bet I'ma make it home to your baby.
dormir. Yo veo espíritu.
This goes in my head. Goes in my head.
I think my critics need to hear this, or anyone who doubts my political awareness. I'm what you call a democratic with an automatic, a rebel with a bezel when I just ordered the paddock. You can build a wall as tall as the sky. We all know the coke still gon' fall from the sky. Poppy had a room with a wall full of pies. This is America, baby, where we fall for the lies. We never had much, but we had us. And even when the bills didn't add up, we cooked up coke and it was krills that we bagged up. We sold the raw day and police still didn't bag us. I'd be ready to kill one of you MAGAs. Shit, I'm throwing shots, man, you still throwing daggers. And my thoughts on the legalization, and they trying to turn weed into a legal libation. Why don't they legalize Haitians and throw in the Cuban?
Appreciate the super chat. I see you.
Private jetting, you know where I flew the crew. Them coconut drinks that come with umbrellas in them. And the ring by roses that come with umbrellas in them. The transition, baby, that was the hardest part. Police pulled me over and they still ripped my car apart. So I ain't got a nail just to stand with you. I was really in the field with them hand pistols. I was really throwing bullets like the cat. Nigga fuck around and get clapped. I mean,
shine a light on my beat, watch my steps. This ghost in my head, ghost in my head. Got the world after me, but I can't look back. This ghost in my head, ghost in my head.
Life's so short, but the money's so long, Lord. Drop tops in the summertime, mink coats when it's cold, but I'm cold every night. Please, Lord, hold me. Hold me close, yes. Push your phantoms so they feelin' preaching propaganda. Say a prayer for my niggas, so we light a candle. All the squares in your circle, time to change the channel. Or unplug the television, cause this shit is mental. My sneaker Chanel, Grim Reaper for real. I get beats from Pharrell, you should see how I live. Kids in Montessori school, logos in the pool. I done put in all my work, no longer holding tools. Look into my eyes, you can see the murders. Smell the kilos on me, now we flipping burgers. Ride through the ghetto, look for shit to purchase. Do it for the fam, don't forget your purpose. When